Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Bonny and welcome to Bonny Beauty Hub. I'm already excited for today's video because I saw Tati do this video and I felt this is such an interesting topic. It's like a game. I need to go into all my makeup and see which would still be my favorite, and if given a choice, this is the only thing I would pick up. I've tried mostly to be good, to choose just one product, but sometimes you don't have that option. Sometimes you can't just work with one product because you've been a makeup junkie for too long that you need at least 2 or 3 products to make it work for you. You can make it work any other way, but still, it's just an excuse. So I'm going to start from the base. So first I'm going to start with the primer. If you have been watching me from the beginning, you know I have always been a fan of the Tatcha liquid silk primer, but recently it has not been working well for my skin. So I have been going for the one size secure the blur primer. So this is like a magnet for the foundation. It makes the foundation stick to your skin really well. At the same time, it gives a little bit of hydration. I am trying to find a really good primer that also blurs my pores. This does blur my pores, but I want something that does even better a job than this. But as of now, this is my favorite. This would be the one that I would go for a primer. Next, moving to foundation. So this is where I chose 2, and one of them is budget friendly. So I felt it's okay, let me just choose 2. The Kosas, this is the Kosas Revealer Skin Improving Foundation. It has broad spectrum SPF 25, and the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Natural Radiance Foundation. So both of this foundation has a little bit of radiance to it. It has a lot of skin caring ingredients. It gives a little bit more radiance, but the coverage is a tad bit less than the coverage that the Juvia's Place gives you. So it is like, today I'm wearing both of them together. It's like I wanted the best of both worlds, and normally that is what I do when I feel that this is an amazing foundation and this is also really good for different reasons. I mix them both together and I wear it. The Juvia's Place gives you a little bit more coverage, and with the coverage, it still blurs my skin. It gives me a very soft focus finish. Both of these blurs my skin, gives me a very soft focus effect, and they both work wonderful on my oily combination skin. So this is if I had to choose a liquid foundation. And definitely I have to have a powder foundation in my collection. So I'll go for the Tarte. So I don't know, I'll try to link all the reviews that I've done. Most of the products that I'm talking about, at least the foundations and the concealers, I have separate detailed review videos on them. So I'll definitely link my reviews in the description box below. So I have a video for the Kosas, for the Juvia's Place, and I do have a video for the Tarte powder foundation as well. So this is a perfect skin tone match. I am wearing it in the shade 42 Neutral Tan, and this is an amazing powder foundation. It keeps my skin matte. At the same time, it gives a very natural finish. Powder foundation normally tends to dry up on my skin because I do have some dry patches with the oiliness, but it does give me a little bit of radiance. There's some sort of magic with this foundation that it is matte, it sets matte, it doesn't budge, it doesn't move, it stays for a very long time on my skin. At the same time, it gives me a radiant, natural look. Maybe that's the theme. Radiant, soft focus, natural look, but still with a good amount of coverage. And all that I'm talking about, all these 3 foundations does exactly that. So I have a lot of products, so I'm going to go quickly through them. So any products, if I don't mention their shade, they will be linked in the description box below. So I apologize in advance. I'm trying to be really quick. So for a color corrector, I definitely use a color corrector. I have super duper dark circles and I do have hyperpigmentation around my mouth and my nose. So the one color corrector that I would want to have in my collection is from Charlotte Tilbury. I like using the shade Deep. I know it is too red, it's too dark on my under eyes, but you can see in the clip right now that though it looks so dark, when I wear the foundation, nothing is visible. It's covered up correctly, and that is the best part of color correctors. They cover up the problem areas, but they are also covered up really well. And this one, I like it because it doesn't change the formulation or the texture of my foundation or the concealer that I'm using on top of it. So my color corrector will be from Charlotte Tilbury. So moving to concealers. So this is another range of product that it was really tough for me to decide, and I chose 3. I have 3 with me and I'm going to talk about them, explaining why I like it. This first one is the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer. I use this because it gives me an amazing coverage, but at the same time it brightens my under eyes and it also gives me a very beautiful radiant effect. I have a lot of texture on my under eyes, but this definitely gives me radiance without emphasizing my texture. Beautiful. It is very tough to explain how it works, but it works really beautiful on my textured skin. I have a very detailed review on this. It'll be linked below. The second is the Lancome. The Lancome Tint Idole Wear All Over Concealer. This is very lightweight, but still it gives me amazing coverage. So the day that I want to do a very simple makeup, I don't want a lot of radiance, I just want to wear a no makeup look, this is what I would go for. Looks amazing, looks very natural, looks and feels like there's nothing under your eyes. Finally, the Anastasia Beverly Hills. This has a little more creamy texture. This is, I think, the thickest of all the other concealers. This has a very thick consistency. However, it stays intact, maybe because of that stickiness in it. It stays intact wherever it is and it doesn't move, doesn't budge. It still gives a very soft focus effect, a very blurred effect. It gives a little bit of radiance, but not as much as this one. So this is the concealer that I will use when I'm not wearing any makeup. I just use concealer wherever I want to highlight my skin, wherever I want some coverage. I use this and I blend it all over my skin, and that is my makeup. It's done. So this is one concealer. If I am left in an island and they tell me that you just need to choose one base product, this would be the product, because when I use this, I don't need a foundation. It looks beautiful. It's the best no makeup look that I can come up with just a concealer. Alright, so now that the concealer is done, we have to set the under eyes, and if you see the product, you will know why I love it so much. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish, and I use it in the shade medium. This should speak for itself. I use this product every day, no matter what. I set my under eyes always with this. Sometimes this is the only product that I set with. Today I did a little bit of baking as well, and that is when I use the other product that I'm going to talk about, that is from Huda Beauty. And a lot of people don't use it because of the fragrance. My skin is sensitive to fragrance, but this doesn't irritate my skin in any form. It stays really put. I have super duper dry under eyes. It doesn't dry out my eyes. I used to not bake my under eyes just because baking used to dry out my under eyes, but this does not dry out my under eyes. This just bakes my under eyes, bakes the skin, makes my makeup stay in place wherever it is. And when I go for a very glam look, when I want a little bit more coverage under my eyes, I definitely bake it with this. So my setting powders would be these two. Now for bronzer, again I've gone with 3 different bronzers, and I have my reasons. Just listen to me. So the first is a cream bronzer. So yeah, we have creams and powders, so I should have at least 1 cream bronzer and 1 powder bronzer. Look at the pan. I'm just keeping it near my face to give you a reference. So you get a lot of product here, and I've used it a lot. I use it almost every day, but you can see there's a slight dent, but still what can I say? There's just a lot of product in it. And this is the Beautiful Skin Sunkissed Glow Bronzer. So this is a cream bronzer that the color is very beautiful on my skin tone, and at the same time it gives a very natural finish. Though it gives that bronzed effect, it still gives a very natural finish. And the powder bronzer will be from Gucci. So this is in the shade medium 03. Mostly all the products that I'm talking about, mostly they are in the medium shades. This bronzer I like because it is pigmented, but at the same time it's very forgiving. So even if you're a beginner, if you want to just invest in a very high-end product, Gucci is really good because it gives a lot of pigmentation, but at the same time it's a very forgiving pigmentation. So if there's any errors, mistake, you've overdone it, you can definitely blend it out and you can just lighten it a little bit. It's very easy to use. You just need to give it a try. It's an amazing bronzer. And another bronzer I cannot let it go is from Physicians Formula. So it is the butter bronzer. This also gives a very natural look. These two, this is a little bit more pigmented than this one, but still, even though I have to use a lot of effort for this color to show up on my skin, I don't mind doing that 2 layers just for the color to show up, just because the finish is beautiful. I don't get this finish in any of the bronzers. Amazing, amazing bronzer. Moving on to blush. Blush was super easy for me because this is one of the cream blush that I recently tried out and I just loved it. And that is from Makeup Revolution, or yeah, it is Makeup Revolution London. This is the liquid blush with vitamin E. Oh my God. I'm not wearing it today because I did baking, so I forgot and I did baking, so I had to use only powder products. But this is in the shade Glam Orange and it looks so beautiful. As I told you before, I have textured skin, but this, though it gives me that beautiful, beautiful glow, it doesn't emphasize my texture. It looks so... you just have to try it, trust me. And this is like hardly $5, $6, somewhere within $8, I'm pretty sure. It's very, very inexpensive. Definitely give it a try. And because I'm gonna buy all my makeup together, definitely I'll be in a budget. So I would definitely go for a blush palette instead of just a single blush. And this is my favorite palette. This is the warm toned one. This is the Rouge Romance. She also has a cool toned one. So if you want to pick the cool toned, I normally go for all warm toned colors. And this is such a beautiful palette. I'm wearing it and just the very, very least amount of product is more than enough for you. This is again super pigmented, at the same time very forgiving. You can blend it out very easily. You've overdone it, just use your sponge to take off the excess product or just keep blending it into your skin. It blends really well, and the best part is it stays all day. Normally a few blushes, the foundation eats up the blush, but this blush, the pigment stays all day long. Moving to eyes, I'm not going to invest in a lot of eye palettes. I'm just going to go with one eye palette because I don't do a lot of colors. Mine is a very neutral toned, very simple look, the way that I've done. This is the glamest that I would go. Sometimes if I want to experiment, I try to figure out some colors and do that. That is all secondary, but most of the time I just go for neutral shades, the way that I'm wearing right now. And the best palette you can find on the market is from Makeup by Mario, and this is their Ethereal Eyes, and the shimmer shades on these, oh my God, they are out of this world. They are super pigmented, they are so easily blendable, and they are so smooth to even use them with your finger or your brush. It is very, 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 very easy to use it. And I have primed my eyes with just the concealer and set it with some powder, and I've used this, and it's already more than 4 hours that I did my makeup and it still stays intact, and this glow stays all night long. So when I go for a party, this is normally what I wear, Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes palette, because in the dark, oh my God, it just glistens. It looks perfect. It looks beautiful. So this is a no-brainer, definitely the Ethereal Eyes palette. Now that I do a lot of more videos, I've become a lash girl, so I definitely will have to pick up lashes. So I have 2 choices here. One is from Kiss, and that is the number 11. It is the So Wispy, but the number 11. So that is like, I have another palette here so I can show you. It has these, it's like a demi wispy that we get from Ardell, very similar to that, but this one is so easy for me to put on. It just makes my work very simple and very easy. I just like the wand. If you don't like the transparent wand, you can just use an eyeliner on the packet itself. Use an eyeliner so the wand becomes black, and then you can use it. But I like the transparent wand. And the next is the Ardell Professional Naked Lashes in 424. So these are also wispies, demi-wispies sort of, but they have a little bit of a flutter. They have more flutter in it, and the lashes are all scattered. So when you wear it, it looks so natural on your eyelashes. So amazing. And the days that I don't wear lashes every day. So most of the time I'm wearing a mascara. If I have to choose just one mascara, it will definitely be the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. I have a mini size because I have so many mascaras, but still I feel so secured, so safe when I have this in my collection. So I always have a mini, because once you open a mascara, I think you can use it for 3 months sometimes, because I use it so many times. My mascara dries out within a month or so. So it's better to buy a mini mascara, at least for me, because I keep using so many. But this will definitely be a part of my collection. I always use an eye kohl pencil, and hands down just one right now, the NARS eyeliner pencil. It is the high pigment long wear eyeliner, and it's in the shade Via Veneto, and this is the black color. I want to find a really good brown color. I would have two in my collection. The brown from the NARS it is too dark that it looks like black, but I want a brown that looks like brown. So I like the one from Makeup Forever. So they have a brown color. I don't know the shade, but I'm going to put it somewhere over here. That is really amazing. So I'll choose the black from NARS, and I'll choose the brown from Makeup Forever. And eyeliner, I don't use a lot of pencils as eyeliners. I use a liquid eyeliner, and One Size Beauty, hands down the best. Even during summers, I have hooded eyelids, I have oily eyelids, and sometimes it's all sweating, even my eyelids are sweating. This is the only eyeliner that holds on all day long without transferring to my upper lid or without melting away. So hands down, that would be in my collection. Brow product, I have two. Right now I have one to show you. This is the Kosas one. I love the pigmentation. This is so effortless. However, the reason I'll have the second product that I'm going to talk to you about is this always gives me the bold effect. So when I'm doing a full face of makeup, this is so effortless because instantly it gives me that bold eyebrows. But when I'm not doing a lot of makeup, I want very simple eyebrows. I use the Benefit Precisely My Brow. Right now mine is finished. I'm waiting for the Sephora VIB sale so that I can buy my backups and my fresh pieces. So yeah, these are the two eyebrows that I would definitely have in my collection. So this is the second last category, lip liner. If just one lip liner, this was also for some reason not a very tough decision for me to make because I use this almost every time I do my makeup. So this is the lip liner from Makeup Forever. It is the Artist Color Pencil in the shade Limitless Brown. I can use this with any lipstick that I'm wearing, whether it be a pinky nude, a peachy nude, a brown nude, or even a red color sometimes. I always use this lip liner. It's beautiful on my skin tone. I have two nudie shades that I would like to have in my collection. One is from MAC. I love the satin formula, and if given a choice, I would buy all the satin colors, but given a choice to buy just one, I would buy Mocha, which is a very peachy nude, but for some reason on my lip right now, it is looking like a very mauvey nude, but this is always a peachy nude. Maybe I used too much lip liner. It looks slightly different today, but it's a really beautiful peachy nude for me. And the other is the NARS. This is the lipstick, which is Power Matte lipstick. So it is Power Matte. It feels so smooth and it feels so light, and it feels like you're not wearing anything on your lips, and even the texture feels like you're not wearing anything on your lips. And I have it in the shade American Women. This is a perfect pinky nude, which is not too warm, too neutral. It doesn't look very gray on my skin, and it looks beautiful. And for my red choice, I would go for the Jaclyn Cosmetics, her liquid lipstick in the shade Comin in Hot. This has the perfect amount of orange in it, and I like a red that brings a little bit of that orangey tones. I love that type of red. I don't like a red that is too crimson or it has a little bit of burgundy in it. I want a red that has a little bit of blue tones, a little bit of orange in it, and this is what I would go for. And last but not least, I have to set my skin because I use powders. So I have to set my skin with a setting spray. And this was also not difficult for me to choose. It is the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray, Party All Night, Stay All Day. So this is a beautiful setting spray. It is really nice. It's a very nice spray. It sprays really well, and I can keep this far away close to my face, and it sprays really equally good, and it makes my foundation set in place. It doesn't make my skin oily as time moves on, and it does give me the same finish all day long. And my makeup was set 4 hours back and it still looks good. So this is all my favorites, and if I lose all my makeup, which, oh my god, I don't want it to happen. So in case I lose all my makeup and I have to buy a new collection for myself, these are the products that I would choose. And oh my god, this was something so different that I've never done such a video on my channel before. So if you have any ideas, please let me know. When you guys ask me to do something, that motivates me, that oh, you want me to show you certain things and talk about certain products, and that would make me more motivated. So yeah, definitely speak to me, definitely let me know what you want to see. I thoroughly enjoyed doing this video, and I will be coming up with a new video talking about my Sephora favorites, because we have the Sephora VIB sale coming up. So definitely subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, let me know what you like, and wait for my next video. So until then, thank you so much for watching till the end, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.